It's beer o'clock on Real Ale Craft Beer. Today we've got a beer from Brasserie La Rulles. It's the Estivale Biere De Gaume, and it's coming in at 5.2% ABV. That was my very best pronunciation of the beer, especially the top. Biere De Gaume. Love this label then. Love this artwork. So it's obviously a Belgian guy sitting on the riverbank. He's fishing. He's got his bike. He's carried his beer. Pardon me. He's carried his beer on his bike in his little basket on the back. He's got his sandwiches there probably. He's got a few bottles of ale and he's doing a bit of fishing. I love that kind of relaxed look to this label. He's also smiling on the bottle label. Brilliant. 5.2%. There's a look at the bottle cap. The beer was kindly sent to us by beermerchants.com. The link for their website is in the description below. Let's get the beer out into a glass and see what we get. I've actually had this beer once before, and I'm really pleased that I got the chance to drink it in the kitchen on the channel. I was in Belgium last year for the Beer Bloggers Conference 2015, and the first night I arrived, went to a Belgian cafe in the centre of Brussels. We had some Cantillon, then they served us a bottle of this, and I just remember looking at the label thinking, oh, that is brilliant, I want to review that beer. But I didn't have my camera equipment. We went to this restaurant, and then of course I get the chance to review it now. So here's a look at the beer. Nice levels of rushing carbonation, moving their way up the glass. It's a slightly hazy number, but it's going to be. It's a lambic, I imagine. It's a 3-finger white head, straw coloured lambic. I love that word, lambic. Let's get the aroma on this beer then. That lambic sourness is hiding behind that head. I smell a jammy tart fruit. Sounds like an ex-girlfriend. Nah, maybe not. A little bit spicy. Should we dive in? Cheers. At least I thought I remember drinking it as a lambic. Maybe not. Yes, there is some sourness coming through on the back end. It's very light. It's extremely malty. Lots of biscuity, grainy, freshly baked bread flavours coming through. And then it's not a sour lambic, but I think it just has a little bit of sourness on the back end. Might just be classed as a Belgian golden ale. I mean, there's nothing wrong with that. It's a very nice tasting beer. I just thought I was tasting a lambic. Perhaps I was into beer 3 or beer 4 of the night, and I was getting a little bit of ahead of myself maybe. Who knows? It's a traditional, extremely drinkable, very refreshing, hoppy on the back end, traditional kind of spicy, a little bit lemony, jammy hops on the back end. And then it's really malty. For me, it's a malty, bready, biscuity brew. I really like it. It's just when I picked the bottle, for some bizarre reason I thought I was picking something in my mind. I was going for something else, and that is always kind of difficult to wrap your head around when you think you've got this beer style because you've had the beer before and it wasn't the beer style but what you were thinking about, because number one, it was something like 10 months ago, and number two, I'd had a few beers. I can just tell you what this beer is now right in front of me. Should we rate it? It's pleasant. If you like your malty beers, not too much hop taste on the back end, not too much kind of bitterness. If you're more of a traditional kind of bitter drinker, this will be right down your street. When I drink a good bitter, I'm still extremely happy with them. I'm extremely happy with this. It's full of grain, it's full of malt, it's full of biscuitiness, breadiness. It's like walking past a bakery in the morning where they're just kind of pulling the baguettes out of the oven, and you can smell that as you're walking past a bakery. I love all of that. And I'm going to put my kind of lambic disappointment to one side, what I thought the beer was, and I'm going to rate it. For a malty session bitter, if you like, maybe strong ale, 5.2%, you could probably just call it maybe a Belgian golden ale. I'm going to give this a 7 out of 10. It's a 7 out of 10 from Rulles Craft Beer. Thank you to beermerchants.com for sending. Please put your comments in the comments box. Subscribe to our daily beer reviews. Cheers.